I was a huge fan of Transformers as a kid, so that's where it all started for me. Like my first introduction was the actual movie, the Transformers movie back in the '80s, and VHS tape. Oh my God, I remember watching it at a friend's house, and I remember just the colors drew me in. But that was like my first real intro to Transformers, and then after that, it was Rise of the Beast, which I want to say was early 2000s that I started to get into it, and I just remember the impact it had on me. It was something new and different. I remember the CGI was different, you know, in terms of a cartoon, and I was kind of like transitioning from my boy phase to my teenage years, so I kind of disappeared for a little bit, and then Michael Bay brought me back with 2007's, you know, Bayverse start of Transformers One, and that's when I was like, whoa, like what is this? And that's where I really got like enthralled and watched every single movie afterwards. When I read the actual script, it was hard to say no. You know, I had like ideas and thoughts that I wanted to implement, characters that I actually love on screen, or at least in the cartoons that I wanted to bring to on screen. And I just started to like, you know, really dive into it. And that's how the Transformers came about. Paramount had asked me, and yeah, they felt like I was probably the right guy for it and had a certain amount of knowledge, but also heart, you know, in terms of like what I want to bring to the table with the characters. So Anthony Ramos, he was the first one to be casted for the film, and I was like, wow, this dude's a really like physical actor. Like the way he uses his traits, he has a unique charm and a level of vulnerability that's really hard to find. And he's like a Swiss Army knife. And so we brought him into the mix. And so I remember talking to Anthony one day and saying, hey, the one of my top actresses, like the top actress I want, her name is Dominique Fishback. And he goes, me and Dominique go way back. Like we're really close friends. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, we're both from Brooklyn, this, that, and the other. So they already had a connection. I was like, this might be perfect. And so when we actually had the chemistry with these two together, it was through via Zoom. It was on the internet. And I was really worried. I remember being like, are they going to be able to vibe off each other? There's always that lag with internet connection. They're probably not going to be able to hear each other. And with that, and there was totally lag, disconnecting the whole nine, they still had this energy that just was popping off of a Zoom recording. And I'm like, whoa, this is insane. They work perfectly together. It's like they just mesh, and they both brought this sort of edge to this, like this Brooklyn personality to it, but as well as they were just fun to watch.